Hello, everyone. So I didn't talk about the 100 things to do before high school, the TV series, which apparently was a movie, but I didn't see the movie. I saw the first episode, now I saw the second episode. And one thing I really got to say about the second episode, well, the first episode itself, I think it was interesting. Very interesting. But one thing that I really wanted to do, and the reason why I'm doing this video, and oh my gosh, I'm fighting versus what's going on behind me. But anyways, the real reason I want to talk about this freaking episode is because of what is worse, what she got or my story, which, yes, I'm going to have to tell you my story. Everyone get ready to say, oh my gosh. So, in high school, let me just show you this, is that when it comes to both stories, like the one that you can watch right now on Nick or whenever you can, she's 2 years younger than the guy. In my story, same diff. But this time, instead of her having two guy friends, a mom that supports, a dad that supports, and a brother that supports, in my story, which I don't even know if the girl actually has siblings, or didn't even talk, but the thing was this, is that just one day when I was doing intramurals, I remember the class, which intramurals was technically just weightlifting, but hey, I don't give a crap. That was a good class. So she had basically health and wellness. So we both were actually sitting with each other. She actually liked me. She actually had a little crush. And a friend of hers, which, yes, if you watched my Walgreen videos, which I don't know if I actually talked about it. I think I might have, but if I didn't, well, good for me. But anyways, this is what happened. Oh my gosh. So her friend over there next to her asked, how old am I? And she was like, 2 years old difference. Nope, you shouldn't date him. And that's what happened, and I got shushed away. Mandy. I don't know what would have happened, Mandy, but it would have been cool. But instead, I got screwed over. Which, good news is that Martin Luther King would smile because it was a white girl and a black girl, both friends together. But I got screwed over by the black girl. Yay, I got screwed over by the black girl. Yay, and we never spoke again because her freaking friend said, yeah, I was too old for her to date. Oh man, I see her name is Baker. I'll say her last name is Baker. She actually works at a Walgreens. She doesn't remember what happened, but I sure the frick do. Yeah, I sure the frick do. Talk about screwed over. Or what was it called? It was something, not C-blocked because I wasn't into sex and wanted to have sex with her. Yeah, all I wanted was just a nice relationship or something fun, just a nice little thing to date and something. But instead, no, I got blocked. Date blocked. Oh my gosh. But this episode altogether, I actually will eventually talk about this TV show more because I have something to say. Just the fact of 100 things you should do before high school. It's more like 100 things you should do before college. During high school, that's what you should do. But, or heck, 100 things you should do before graduating college. But middle school, it doesn't make sense because you just only have 3 years to do it. While in high school, you have 4 years. College, you have 4 years. But of course, that depends. Yeah, it does depend because there's some who actually stay for 6 years. I got kind of screwed over in that deal. I kind of got screwed over a little bit on that deal. But really, this series is very, very good, and I do have to say that even though the first episode, I'm like, the first thing they should do is start a band. That was my attempt when I was in fourth grade. That was my attempt, and it failed miserably. Yeah, I would like to say that wasn't a smart idea. That first thing that they did sucks. The second thing that they did, the fact that you should conquer your fear, or just the fact of you should actually get over talking to the opposite sex, even though how hot and sexy they are. Which, it's kind of funny. I didn't even talk about this in a clearance sale watch, but I actually saw a Hooters girl at Walmart when I was walking out. It was cool. Kind of wanted to take her photo, but that would have been creepy, wouldn't it? Yep, it would have been creepy. But anyways, yeah, it was kind of fun too. Is that she had her civilian clothes on, but you can see very underneath that actually was a Hooters uniform. So that was kind of cool. And I was being gentleman-like. I got out of her way so she can enter the store. That was kind of cool. But yeah, you should definitely learn before high school. That's one thing I would say. Yeah, that's a good check mark, is to learn how to talk to the opposite sex before you go into high school. Because high school, it gets worse. Yeah, let me tell you, when it comes straight down to it, it gets worse. I mean, how worse is it? Well, even in middle school, I didn't get a crush. Of course, in summertime, I did get a crush. Actually, no. Middle school, I did get a crush, but she was in first grade. And I was in 8th grade. Yeah. Horrible, isn't it? Yeah, I did push her away. I did. But nowadays, I'm kind of like, I wonder where she is now. Sick, isn't it? But still, you should definitely learn how to conquer your feels, especially when it comes to opposite sex, because it'll be cool for you to do that. And you don't know if the person actually likes you back. And for guys, girls are very, very hesitant to actually do that unless they're very confident, and vice versa, actually. So this episode, I have to say, this was a good idea. This is one good 100 things to do. That was good, one of the first ones. But yeah, I still have to nitpick the fact that even though it says 100 things you could do before, you should do before high school, it's kind of like, yeah, technically I can think of 100 things you could do in middle school to get ready for high school. That most likely would be boring as well. Anyways, thank you for watching, and if I do see one that I'm like, hey, bravo, good idea, I most likely will talk about it. And plus, if it affects me as well. Well, anyways, the real one thing I want to say before I wrap this up is, what do you think? Did she get it worse? The fact that she get this worse, the fact that everyone kept on getting in her way when she was trying to talk to him, and also her shyness too? Or is it just the fact of me and Mandy, the fact that we never had a relationship, all because of freaking Miss Baker saying, he's too old for you, even though he's just 2 years older than you. He's too old for you. Yeah.